I made a script for this video months ago, but the girls actually announced their jackpot comeback just as I was starting to work on the video, so I never actually made it. But I decided to pick up the topic again as I wanted to focus more on unknown or underrated K-pop groups that need help. So today I'm going to be talking about ELRIS's career, the members, and why I am worried about the group. If you have any comments on the topic, please leave them down below and we can talk about it. ELRIS is a K-pop group under Hunus Entertainment. They debuted in the summer of 2017 with 5 members, Bella, Hyeseong, Yukyung, Sohye, and Karin. But early this year, they added 2 new members, which I'll talk about more later. The name ELRIS comes from the word Alice, aka Alice in the Wonderland, as that is the concept that they heavily focus on. Each member also has an element to match the concept, and I will talk more about that when I go through all the members individually. The name ELRIS stands for Excellent, Lovely, Rainbow, Innocent Sister. I know, I do prefer ELRIS. I think that whole stands for is kind of just ridiculous, but that's just my opinion. The name is supposed to show that they're still young and are trying to keep their innocent and pure sides. Their fandom name, ELRIS, was announced in June of 2018. I hope I'm not butchering that name. The word is a mix of the group name ELRIS and the word bliss. Now let's get into the career of the group and how they've been doing so far. As I said, they debuted back in 2017 with their album We First. It was a mini album with a title track of the same name. The album peaked at Korean charts at number 21 and they sold just over 4,300 copies in Korea. They came back pretty quickly with their second mini album called Color Crush with the title track Pow Pow. And that one peaked at number 15 and sold almost 6,500 copies in Korea. At the start of 2018, they won their first ever award, Best Rookie Group, at the Korean Entertainment Arts Awards. In June of 2018, the girls released their third mini album called Summer Dream and the title track with the same name. Just like Color Crush, their album peaked at number 15, but has less sales, just under 6,000 copies. After this, the girls had a really slow year. One of the members, Sohye, had been releasing singles before ELRIS debuted, but she had her solo debut in October of 2018 with her first digital single, Hurry Up.
Hurry up, oh na na na. Hurry up, oh na na na. 가까이 내게 조금만 더, ooh boy.
Yet again, 2019 was a slow year. In February, they released an OST called Cotton Candy for the drama I Hate You, Juliet. And in November, they released their first single called Miss You.
I miss you, 또 그리워진다. 너와 나 함께였었던 그 시간들.
And it was more like a fan gift rather than a comeback because they didn't promote it. This is when I started making my script. I was getting worried about the girls. They had basically done no promotion and was scared that with the New Year's, the girls would be disbanding. But to my surprise, Hunus Entertainment announced that in February of 2020, after a year and 8 months, ELRIS would be having a comeback. Along with that, they announced that the group would have 2 new members, EJ and Chaeyoung. Later that month, they gave out their 4th mini album called Jackpot.
너의 jackpot, I love it. 네 심장 소리, I gotta have fun. I gotta have fun. Let's boom boom boom.
The album peaked at number 15, but only sold around 3,880 copies in Korea. The newest music-wise is that Sohye is releasing an OST for a KBS miniseries, but that's about it for music. ELRIS has stayed out of trouble for most of their career, unlike some other groups. Usually there's some sort of scandal, but the only thing I could find that one time Bella was called out for making an impression of Lee Kwon-lin back in 2017, but in my opinion that's no issue, it's nothing serious. We all know how K-nets can be. What I want to do differently from my Busters video is that I want to talk a little bit more about the members individually. Sohye, probably the most known girl from the group, was born in 1999. She is the leader, the main vocal, lead dancer, and the face of the group. As I mentioned before, all the girls have their own element to match their concept, so his concept is Sky. She was a contestant on K-pop Star and she ended up placing in second place. She was also in a commercial with Taeyeon from Girls' Generation for Vanilla Co. Bella was also born in 1999. She is the main rapper and lead vocal of the group. Her symbol is heart. She likes to write her own raps and has helped write for some of the group's songs herself. She was on Mix 9 and ranked at number 17 when the show ended. Hye-sung was also born in 1999 and her symbol is wind. She is the lead vocalist and lead dancer of ELRIS. She starred in a commercial with IU before debut and she was also in Mix 9 but got eliminated in episode 10, ranking at number 43. Just like the other three girls, Yoo-kyung is a 99-liner and her symbol is water. Her main position is dancer and vocalist. When she was younger, she learned traditional Korean dancing and she even won first place in Sungshin's Women's University competition. She also auditioned for Mix 9 but didn't pass the audition process. Karin is the youngest member of the group, born in 2002. She is a lead vocal and a rapper. Her symbol is forest, and Karin was also in K-pop Star, but got eliminated early on, and she also auditioned for Mix 9 but didn't pass. When she was younger, she starred in a few things, like video game commercials, and she was also an extra in a music video for Super Junior's Yoo-sung's Paper Umbrella, as well as Romeo's Without You. Chaeyoung is one of the two new members of ELRIS. She is a 99-liner. Her position is main dancer, vocal, and rapper. And her group symbol is moon. She was on the show Produce 48, but got eliminated early with the rank 79. She was also a dancer for IU in the MV 23. She trained for 3 years and 6 months before she joined Produce 48. She was supposed to debut in a 7-member girl group from the company called MND17, but she ended up leaving for unknown reasons. EJ, the other new member of the group, was born in 1997, making her the oldest member. She's the lead rapper and vocalist, and her symbol is star. Sadly, I couldn't find a lot of information on EJ, but she used to train under STL Entertainment. I have a few worries when it comes to these girls. I just want to say before I start this part of the video that I'm not blaming the girls or the fans for anything. These are just some of my worries from my experiences as a K-pop fan, because I love these girls and I care about them a lot, and that's why I'm making this video. My first worry is something that a lot of K-pop groups go through. Their girls aren't getting a lot of attention or promotion. When I was looking through their Wikipedia, I was quickly noticing the album sales. They did good for their debut and their second album, but the album sales went down since then. I was so surprised that their album Jackpot had least sold copies, since I thought if any album was going to get the love, it would be Jackpot. They changed up their sound compared to the other albums, so I thought at least they would get a lot of attention for that. I have a theory why this is. It is also my second reason why I'm worried. Their company, Hunus. There's a lot of history behind the company, and I don't have time to go through all of it, but I highly recommend that you watch this video by Chenny Lisu, where the history of Hunus is explained in detail. I will leave the link in the description. To make it short for this part of the video, Hunus merged with another company called Stardom Entertainment in 2015, only 1 year after Hunus was founded. Stardom has previously merged with another company called Brand New Music. The company was responsible for debuting groups like Block B, and after separating from Brand New Music, they tried to debut another girl group called Evil. But things weren't going well for the company, and then Hunus showed interest in merging with Stardom, so they did. The company was in hot water for multiple things throughout their career. For example, another group called Top Dog had a lot of members leaving, accusing the company of mistreatment and not getting paid properly, so Hunus is known for being a bad company. When the girls almost had a 2-year gap between comebacks, Hunus really didn't release any information. One of the members even went on social media and asked the fans to send the company emails begging ELRIS for a comeback. The girls would still post on their social media, but fans were worried disbandment was coming. Silence or long times without comeback news from a company is usually a sign of trouble for smaller companies. For example, Pristin, Nine Muses, and Madtown are all groups that went on hiatus before disbanding without coming back. It's never a good sign. And although ELRIS had a comeback in February, it's been months yet again. Usually groups have multiple comebacks a year, but it's almost the end of the year and there's no news of a new album from ELRIS. This is my theory. Their album sold so little because it'd been so long since their last comeback. Fans moved on and they were just done or lost interest or thought the group was disbanding. As sad or mean as it is to say, it happens all the time with groups. They come back after a long time and they just don't do as well because fans have lost interest. It is so stupid of the company to make the group wait so long for a comeback. It puts the group at risk and they should know that. Another thing that I'm a bit worried about is the new members. Now, I want to make it clear that I'm not saying that I don't like the new members or that I don't like the new lineup. That's not it at all. My worry is that the company is using this as a way to get attention, more views, and so on. Usually when a group adds new members like this, other members might be leaving. These are just speculations. I do hope all of the members stay together and the group keeps going with 7 members, but in most cases like this, it's a slippery slope. For example, for my other video, we have Brave Girls and Busters, both groups where members were added and members left. There are a lot of examples of groups like these that end up disbanding. For example, Reina, Tiara, Girls' Day. Even though they haven't technically disbanded, they just left the company. These are just to name a few. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of groups that have members that got added after debut and they made it big. For example, Super Junior, CLC, Red Velvet, Momoland, even though some members have left since then, NCT and so on. But as I said, it can be a slippery slope. After my video with Busters, it didn't take long for 3 more members to leave the group, just like I had predicted. But with smaller groups like this, it can be a bad thing. People lose interest because of the member changes. Same as with when the company waits for so long to make a comeback. Fans lose interest. I'm not sure where the girls are headed in the future. They've been very active on social media. They're posting on their YouTube channel, like dance covers and singing covers. They go live on VLive and they post on Twitter, which is a good sign in my opinion. They all also seem to be posting, which is another good sign because sometimes with groups, certain members will stop posting, which can mean that the member left. But one thing I want to mention about them being so active on social media is that they have time to make covers and post a lot, so it probably means they aren't preparing for any sort of comeback or album. At least that's what I think. One thing I noticed on their social media that made me a bit concerned is that they've been posting on Instagram with the hashtag #HereIam and #HereYouAre. At first, I thought it might be a comeback, but it just seems like they're posting covers and Q&A videos for the members. They posted multiple posts for members like Bella, but then hadn't posted about Yukyung for weeks until, in my opinion, the fans had spammed the comments on the other posts so much that they posted once about Yukyung. This was 4 weeks ago and they haven't posted since. It almost felt like they forgot about Yukyung. Some fans still think this is related to a comeback, but they started posting these weeks ago, but there's no sign of any comeback. I do hope that the girls keep going on. I love them dearly and I want to see them do well because they're really talented. I just think their company needs to put in more effort. Please give these girls a chance and check them out. The more support, the better their chances are. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much. I'm working on a really big video for my next upload. I'm sorry that I made you guys wait so long, but again, I wanna put effort into these videos, so I hope you liked it. We can chat about it in the comments if you want, and I'll see you guys next time.